I've been longboarding for probably 10 years now. Started when I was pretty young and got into it. My friends, we would go surfing, and then after we, grab our longboards and hit the hills and just cruise home with our surfboards in hand. I moved here to the city and I'm a businessman now, so I don't really get to surf anymore. So I'm technically not a surfer. I'm a businessman who likes to longboard. I go into work at 7, grab my cup of coffee, and that kind of kicks my day off, and then head into my office and start talking with clients and stuff, close some deals, and then do a little bit of paperwork, and then head out. And then first thing I do when I get off work is find a hill and go longboarding, because that's like my escape from the whole work thing. I don't think every skateboarder longboards, because you have, the skateboarders who do like the tricks and stuff, like Tony Hawk and Rodney Mullen and those guys. They might longboard, I don't know, but generally people who longboard are people who are into board sports like surfing and snowboarding, and longboarding kind of gives them the same feel of like snowboarding or surfing, when they're not doing that, like going down the pavement. So, I know like with work it gets really stressful, and a lot of my friends, go home and they'll grab like a bottle of alcohol and drink to relieve the stress from work. And, I just grab my board and I go and escape from all the stress and go longboarding. And, I think if I didn't have longboarding, I might just do like my friends and grab a bottle and maybe become an alcoholic or whatever, but I have longboarding, so I feel like it keeps me away from that stuff. I'm on the longboard, it just takes me back to surfing, dude. Like, oh man, just making those cuts in the water, or if I'm out on the slopes on the snowboard, just in that deep powder, making those big turns. It's my favorite thing. Well, I think the difference is it hurts when you fall in water, but when you fall on asphalt, you don't really have any skin left like on your body. So it's a little different, so it hurts for a longer time. Longboarding is kind of like work. Like you go through like some tough spots, some tough hills, and like work, you leave work and you have to go back and do it again. And like longboarding, you get to the bottom of the hill and there's no other choice but to walk back up.
I grew up on the wrong side of the neighborhood. I always found myself in some trouble, never really where I wanted to be. I was in a hard spot at one time. Found myself in getting into trouble, kicked out of school, on the verge of my parents kicking me out of the house. Moved, parents sent me away. Lived with my uncle for a little bit in a different state. He got me a longboard for my birthday, and that kind of was a lifesaver. Like I say, it's my drug. Other people's drugs screw them up. That's kind of what saved me. I was in a hard spot at one time. I had a joint in one hand and a longboard in the other. I wanted to get high, and I realized that the drugs weren't for me. Longboarding is like a drug to me. It affects me, my life, my everyday choices. It's like crackheads without crack. When I have it, I have it. When I'm up on the top, when I'm not longboarding, I feel like I have nothing.